Welcome G. Let's start Java tutorial. Today I am going to discuss on packages. How we can create package, what the meaning of package, what the significance, why we are going to use in the package in our Java language. So let's first discuss about the definition. Okay. A package is a grouping of related types. Package just let's say we have a types, and that's provide access, protections, and the namespace management. Here, what do you mean types? Uh, Types that refer to classes, or interface, or enumeration, or annotation types. So these are the types. So we are Java as a platform offer you can group related classes and interface into the one package. Okay, this is related class and interface, related class and interface files, and this is similar related classes in related files. And this is package 1, package 2. It is the project 1 related files, project 2 related files, the project 3 related files. You are grouped into the different package. So here uh, what the benefit we are getting if we are going to use. So types classes interface are easier to find and use. If you know this is the all the class and method related to the math package, or all the classes interface related to SQL data, all the package and related to your maybe utility classes. So all you can by naming convention of the package name, you are able to easily find and use the respective classes interface. So this is the easier to find and use first things. You know, if I want to go to the database connectivity, thus all the database related classes interface is under the SQL package. So you are going to explore only SQL package and find the respective class and interface. Second, to avoid the naming conflict. Maybe in one package, this is a class already defined. If you need another a class, you cannot define. So if you go to another package and here you can define a classes. So sometime name conflict is required. Okay, so for that we have also used this package. And two, the control access. There are some classes, whenever you are defining any classes here in default mode, that cannot access inside another package. Default another package, same package, all the classes of the default can accessible, but cannot accessible inside another packages. So sometime we have to get the benefit of controlling the access modifier. So due to this benefit, programmer bundle the related types into the packages. Okay, so generally these are this one easy to use and avoid name conflicting and provide some access control with the particular classes. So due to this reasons, programming are bundle related all the related classes in one package. Excuse me. Okay. So the types that are the part of our Java platforms are a member of various packages that build classes by the function. The fundamental classes are inside the java.lang package. Okay. all the primitive by default this package is imported, and you can use like a system class, system.out.println, string class, all these base fundamental classes that build the Java application by defaults are included. The class of reading, writings, all the input output files are inside your java.io packages. In this way, there are some default library which we are using that are also grouped by Java itself in a different packages. And as per our use cases, we are using those packages. So whenever as a developer, we are defining some lots of classes in interface, so logically group them into the particular package. And whenever these packages classes in interface are in the packages, so these are the several benefits you are also getting. As we discuss, you and other programmer can easily determine the related classes. If you know the package name, that means they significant this package contain this related class. If you're looking the java.io package, that means all the input and file handling things are written here. You and other programmer know where to find the types and can provide the graphical related function in the Java graphic package. A name of your types won't conflict with the types name in other package. Okay, sometime you need saving account might be for the different, maybe account company 1, company 2. So we can some classes name same domain name, but so how will write? So in those scenario we can use the different package and write the same class, same domain name, because package create a new namespace for each. And you can also allow types within the package that have a unrestricted access to the another till the restriction access of the outside of the package. So generally these are the major benefit we are achieving while using the packages. So how we as a developer can create a package? Okay, to create a package, you choose a name for the package, like a naming convention what you follow, and put the package statement, okay, statement with the name at the top of every source file. Okay, let's see, I'm creating a file A, file class A, class A. So first line of your package, okay, here you can write your package name, so that this class should be store the particular package. Okay, and that maybe one package can contain interface, can contain class, can contain in enumeration, anything. And the syntax would be your package, the keyword, and your name of package. After that, semicolon. Okay, and must be the first line in your source code. Okay, in one in your in one your file dot java file. This is the only first line of your package name. Okay, there can be only one package statement in each source file, and it apply to all the types in the file. Let's create a, okay, here. So how to create your own package? Let's here I'm going to create another package. You have the option that to create a package name. Let's this the test. So you have another package test. And in this side you can create a class test main. So here you can write a public static void main. inside main of test main. You can run it. So this way you can run it. And in this is our test one folder. You can also create another test, maybe package, maybe package model, and you can here you can create your all the model. Person and person class string name age. So in this way, you notice there is a first line of your package keyword and your package name, and this is your finally this is the org package inside your example package inside your model package. If you look this as you if you look this in the window file system, so look like you have figure out this is a person class. This is inside your model folder and model inside your org. This is the Java. So inside Java we have a one package org. Org contains your example. Example contain your model and test, and also contains a simple Java. So consider just look like your folder, but where you can define those, this is the package keyword, and package you can specify this class person class you can find inside the org.example.model package. If you go here org.example.model model inside file this, one package you can create multiple classes. Maybe here let's create another class employee employee have a name. So here you can find, now you can go look this model class, this model class, this model package contain two classes, employee classes, person classes. So this is the one source file, this is the one source file that can contain one class, but this is not mandatory. You can write another class here as well as class emp. You can write class id. So here, if one source, this is the one source file, this is your one source code. In one source code, generally you have write only one, you can write multiple classes in the interface, but this is the only one class should be public, and from the same name your file name is saved. So your file name save is employee.java, and you cannot use two public class here, more than one, and the public class name is your file name. This is the suit. And if you try to write interface int1, you can write interface, but if you are trying to write like here public compiler not allow. Say class emp is a public, so should be declared as a emp.java. So in one source file, any one class can be public, and the same name we can save your file name as well as. If this is the employee public, So you can save your employee.java. If you want to make a public like emp, then you have to save file name like emp. So one source file can maintain multiple classes, but only one public class. Okay, and the same name your file is also same. So your public class, the file name should be employee.java. Similarly, here our here emp class, here employee class. Okay, here interface. So one pack. Okay, see one model can contain two class, employee class and person class. But one source file can contain multiple classes and interfaces. But be ensure the file name is the only one file name. The file name should be matched with a public modifier. If you look here, here we have only two classes, your employee and your person. But employee class source file, can contain, this source file can contain multiple classes, class 2 in the interface. But you have to notice that this is the only one class you mark as a public. Okay, so here say if you put multiple types in a single source file, only one can be public and it must have the same name as your source file name. Okay, so this is the only thing for so if you're writing one source file, in this source file generally write multiple classes, multiple interface, but any one can public, and which are the public, the same name you can save your source file name. And generally we are whenever writing a package name, we have to follow some naming convention as well, as like your package names are written all in the lowercase. The first few guidelines to avoid a conflict with the name of classes and interface. Why? Generally class name is start your capital name, interface name is start your capital letter. Similarly, your package also start the same name, so might be conflicting. So you have always the preferable way you to write your package name in lowercase. And general convention that give the company use their reverse reserve internet domain name to the beginning of their package name as well, as like some companies say if com.example.my package. So this is your company com.my domain name of the company. Okay. So if you're looking at the folder wise, so this is the one common folder, uh, com folder. In com folder we have a one folder example folder, and example we have a one source file my. Okay, package name. So your package name is a my package name. And inside my package name you can create any number of classes, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. So why name collision that occur when a single company need to handle by convention with their within the company. So perhaps including the region name. Let's say same my package. You want to create another my package. We have to use as well the regions. Okay. So for making so uniqueness of your class, yeah, uniquely identify your class, we have to make sure your package name should be unique. So in this our example, we have given com.example. This is made your company name and this is your package name. Inside, okay, here you can, this is your com.example, and here we can create a model package, test package. And in this model package, we have created two classes, employee classes and person classes. Similarly, we have a test package, test I have only test main. Similarly, inside your example classes, we have a simple our classes as well. So when you want to use, let's say you have a defined, we have defined one class inside your package one, you want to access inside a package 2. Package 2 I want to access a class. So how we can use? So for that we have to use to import the specific member of the current file and put the import statement at the beginning of the file before any type definition and after the package statement. So first, if any source file, first line of your source file is a package. Second is the import statement. Import, you want to import a class inside a package here. Okay. And here you would like to example how to import yours. Your import is a keyword. Package is also keyword node, and this is your package name. Which package you want to, which class you want to import. So let's in my sample class I want to use, this is the model class, your person class I want to import. So we have to use the complete package name. If here I am trying to say your person they are looking, you want to use from the com.example.model. Yes, so they have used the import statement, your package class. Now your package you can you create your person e equal to new person. Okay. So here, why you are able to access a p? P is the defined inside here. Person class or public class. So public class can accessible outside of your package. So in the your maybe in the, if you want to access from this model, you want to access from a test. So in the test as well go here. Here I want to access here. Okay. So you can say I want to access the EMP. So you know EMP is not here is a class. Here is the class employee. So employee you can access, employee is a public, but you want to access like EMP. EMP is a private default package. They cannot access here. So in here you can access your employee and E equal to employee. So here, if you want to, here in the case of we are in a test package, test package. Okay, this is your first line of a package. Second, I want to use this employee class that is inside your model package. So you have to first import your complete package name plus your class name. Which class name I want to import, and after that we can use your employee class. Employee class. Okay. So this way we can use your here you say if in this package if you are creating another class like class test 1 2, and in this test I want to use the EMP. Okay. Here in this test2 class you are able to access your uh, EMP class that is defined inside your in the employee class. Why? This is the default. The default can be look like a public within a package. The same package you are in the model package. Model package is our test. The test can access your EMP. But if you go to the jump to the next package here you are trying to access your EMP. EMP is not accessible. Okay, EMP is not accessible. Okay, so please be ensure that if any class, public class, source file can define, you can define multiple classes. Okay, but only one public class. That is the same name as a file name. This class, public class, can be used in any package. This employee class can be used in the test package, can be used in example package. but which are your default. Default means look like public in the within a folder inside your model for package. Model package contain employee class, person class, test class. This person class and test class can access your default. So this is the some restrictions. So please be, you can write multiple classes inside a package, and one public data member can directly access. Default means you are not writing any access modifier within the package, then get accessible outside of the package. Here if you try to access different classes which are not a public class, you cannot access here. Okay, and you can create after import you can create and use as per your needed. Sometimes we have one concept of a static import. Okay, there are a situation where you need frequently access your static like a final constant field and static method as well as from one or two classes. So generally we have to use the static import for those, and this is the keyword static. This is the from Java 5 onward, and you can use your package name, and this is your constant method which you want to all the method static method from this method class. So you have to say static import dot star refer, you are trying to access all the static methods and field in this case. So in the case of static you can use, and let's example here, let's key I define some constant like in this case I define like s static uh, count integer static integer final uh, int structure date data join. Okay, that's your to say cannot resolve symbol TOJ. Okay, so this is the data type date. Okay, so here you can static. So is static data member generally how is your class name dot. If you are inside your main method, you are employed to use the employee class. So say employee, you want to import employee, e equal to new employee, and here say e dot. You are not getting any access any variable. Why? Because reason is that employee class declares some variable. These are the only, what are the, these are the only default. There is no access modifier. This is only access inside your package. If this package like a test package can use the your let's main here say here employee equal to new employee, and so here you can say employee dot, you can access name, age, okay, name, id variable as well doj. Okay, okay, you can access the general references key always whenever you are trying to access any static and data member, you should use your class name. and you can use the your let's key name and anything so whatever you want. So inside the same package, you can access your default access modifier field. But if you are jump to the another package and you are trying to access, it's not allowed to access any data member. So first thing, if you want to allow to access outside, you have to make those. Let's say I want to access public. Here should be public. Okay. So now here in the different package, you can say you can employee.ut. Okay. That's out. Employee dot. So here we have to also, if you want to allow key only, I want to access the name as well as, so this should be public. Or instead of you want to say, so I'm so simply say key I want to here some get method. Don't allow directly to access. I'm so allow get method. So here I can access your get method, but this is the public. So we can from this my sample another package, we can say from employee dot you can get name. Okay, get name how you access region you are public. So all the public data member are accessible outside of the package. But even different package you are able to access. But in the case of static field, you have to use the class name, then your. So say you can also make import this DOJ. So instead of this, I want to import static import dot DOJ. So here, if you import static, you don't need to write this. Okay, so directly you can use the static. Okay, multiple place here. So in the case of a static member and a constant, we can use import and without name of any class name like .dog, you can use directly. So these are the use of your static import. If you want to use all the static data member, your method, then you image is star. If you say here, if you say here, I want to this way, star. That is all the math of a static method and all the static constant you can use here directly without the reference of your class name. Before, if you are not using the static import, you have to take the help of your class name and dot that here. So this way you can, if you are using the static import, you can don't need to use your class name. But this you can use if you don't use the static import, then you have to use a class name, then your static data member. So this is the way, but general guidelines is that about to use the static import generally is the very sparingly. Overusing static import can result in code that is difficult to read and maintain because the reader of the code don't know which class the particular static objects or fields are constant defined. So used properly, static import make code more readable by removing the class name and the repetition. So where you some places if I the multiple places you have say class name dot static class name dot static class name dot static class name dot static. At that time you can use the static import, but sometime also very confusing to the reader which class the particular objects are referring. This look like here look like you are referring like some local variables. So this is the confusion. So just this is not a more recommended way, but as needed, you can use Java as offer. You can use as per your convenience. excuse me. So these are the some rules you can say about the packages. So please be ensure package is your first things. Package would be the first line of your source file. Okay, and after that next line would be your import statement, and after that you can write your any class, any interface, number of classes, and if number of more than one classes, so only one should be public. Which is the public? The public is the just like here your sample class is a public class. Your class should be saved in the name of your sample.java itself. Okay, and if let's say in the case of if you created an employee class inside another package, I want to access in a different package, so you have to use the first you have to import those class name. After that you can use this class name. Okay, if one model define the like employee class, define the multiple class. This is the class one, maybe interface two, and then this public data member, public class can accessible outside of the package. But similarly, all the data member variable as well as all the public can be accessible outside of this package. But private or default is only accessible if private. If you mark as a private, if you mark this is as a private, so this employee class you can use inside your here void method. Here you can use this. Okay, here you can use, but here you are trying to say e dot only get name is the default you can get, or you can say e dot you can access get name, but you cannot access e dot id. You cannot access e dot id. Id is the private. So private data member is only accessible inside a class. Okay, this is not. Okay, but the default and public can accessible inside a same package. Maybe in the different package person also get. If you go to the another pack for file, another file, here you are trying to say your void method here employee for e. So here string s equal to e dot. You can guess name. Here say name. Here name is there without any modifier. Still access public accessible but private cannot accessible. So if any class member is the no any modifier, that means this is name variable is accessible inside a class, and the same package same file in another class as well as, and the same package within the package you can access in this inside another file as well as, but this name cannot access outside of this package. So this is the default prelook like a public within a package. In this model, all the classes, all the interface can access this variable. Okay, right? Somewhere you write a variable like protected, protected integer just count. Okay, so this protected same work as a your you can say in the same file different out you can say your employee dot you can guess count. Okay, this is the protected, and in the different packages in the same package different classes you are trying to say sout dot count you can access. But if you're trying to another package here, if you're trying to say e dot count is not accessible. Okay, here you cannot access your protected member in the different package. But different package how to access? If a different package you write another class like ABC and that extend your employee class, and here you write public void so so here employee E, and this class here say E dot this is inherited direct, you can not look up. This is the S out and E dot. Okay, you can get the uh, this dot get count. So in the headed data member, you can correctly this ABC class is the inherited data member can access your protected data member as well as. So if you in this public this class, all the private are accessible within the class, default within a package, protected within a package, as well as in the different package. In the case of subclass, different package a class is the inherited from that class. This ABC can access your protected data member as well as. So in the case of protected data member is the one package, and another package protected data member if another class in the different package are inherit property that the protected data member can be accessible. And without here no, here is not inheritance, so here you cannot access protected. You cannot access protected data member directly, but with the case of inheritance, subclass of that package class can access your protected data member. So these are the some rule. Okay, so it's clear now. Okay, this first this okay this package name, your package keyword in your uniquely identifier, and this is the second your import. And after this in source file you have write multiple classes, multiple interface, and only one should be public. Which is the public? From that class name should we save your file name. Okay, all the private data member cannot access outside of this class. Okay, default this is accessible look like a public within your model package. This class access, this class access, this class access, this class access. Outside of the class cannot access your default. Protected data member access within a package look like a public, and other side of package if any inherit subclass of your employee can access your protected. Rest cannot access. Test main cannot access. And similarly, if you have a class some kind of your static data member static method, the static member can be import in another class and use. Okay, and this if you have written this class and you want to access this class in the same package, there is no any kind of import, you can directly use the employee. But the this employee class you want to access in a different package, in a test package, then you have to first import this class and then you can use. The import statement use help us to use the different package classes interface inside a different package, and different package can inherit the public data member, can use directly public data member. Okay, with the help of inheritance, the public and as well as protected data member can use as well as. Without inheritance, only public data member uh, are used. Okay, so this is the summary from that session packages. The packages help us to grouping related classes in interface within a one package like a folder and different package. You can use the classes use define inside one package to inside another package using the import first import then you can access and all the public data member you can access. Okay, so here again I would like to say thank you for watching this video.